Hey squaddies, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening whenever you're listening or watching. Hello. Be sure to check out memberships. You can join if you're interested. You'll be in the company of equally amazing squaddies. And just like with all my information, I'll put the links inside the description box. Thanks. Prince Harry is continuing his fight for security in the UK, saying he wants his children to feel at home in his native country. Something that can't happen if there's no possibility to keep them safe when they are on UK soil. As part of a 3-day hearing in London, his lawyers shared a statement from the Duke of Sussex, who did not appear in court. Harry said he felt forced to step back from his royal role and leave the UK in 2020, citing security concerns for his family, his wife Meghan, and their 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth. The Duke of Sussex's lawyers are arguing against a February 2020 decision by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures to remove Harry's automatic right to UK police security. Although Prince Harry offered to cover the cost of security, the bid was rejected. In his statement, Prince Harry said, "It was with great sadness for both of us that my wife and I felt to step back from this role and leave the country in 2020. The UK is my home, and the UK is central to the heritage of my children. It is a place I want them to feel at home as much as where they live in the United States. That cannot happen if it is not possible to keep them safe when they are on UK soil. I cannot put my wife in danger like that, and given my experiences in life, I am reluctant to unnecessarily put myself in harm's way too." I find it extremely sad that Harry has to even go to trial or go to court just to have the right to pay for his own security for his own safety. His low-life deadbeat so-called father should have given him that by default. And knowing Harry, he would have offered to pay for the security if his father was decent enough to grant it to him. It isn't as if he's asking for taxpayers, in the welfare royal island to fund for him. And, it just goes down to control, something abusers thrive off of. In Harry's old world in the UK with his relatives, the welfare royals, they were all about holding Harry back because they felt that they could. Harry was in an abusive relationship with his entire family. I feel that they saw that light that was within him from a very young age, the same light that Diana saw within him, and they tried to suppress or dim it as much as possible. Or perhaps his lousy family believed that it was Harry's destiny to be the scapegoat, the shadow of the heir who is supposed to be the one who gets the spotlight and is loved and respected. As a spare, Harry isn't supposed to get the best of the best. To outshine the heir is an insult and a form of disrespect.
"If you leave, I will pull your security and you will have to fend for yourself."
This reminds me of how an abuser treats his victim or prey. They constantly gaslight them and tell them to be grateful for what they give you, because nobody wants you. And
if the security is gone, who's going to protect you from those terrorists who are still looking for you? You want to start this project, but how would that look on William or me, your father, the future king?
At the time when Harry was still within the welfare royal atmosphere, I'm sure he got a lot of tongue lashing that was similar to what I was doing from his lousy father and equally lousy brother. Just dealing with such vile and jealous family members who don't want you to leave and be the best person you can be is quite sickening to me. Which reminded me of a movie that I watched last weekend. I actually thought about Harry. It was a classic movie called Black Girl. And it came out in it came out in 1972. So yeah, I can't believe that it was my first time seeing that brilliant film, and you can watch it actually on this platform, YouTube. I'll have the link in the description box. Even though the people in that film weren't wealthy, it expressed the topic of breaking the traumatic family cycles, especially the toxic ones. When that one relative or somebody who grew up in a toxic dynamic wants to break free and actually do better, there are actually people who like the way things are, or perhaps are too afraid to break free and expect their children or friend, or you know what I mean, they expect them to also remain the same because it's the way it should be. And for some people like Harry, and for those individuals, he lost friendships and relationships with family members, all because he wanted to change the toxic situation that he had to grow up with. He didn't want his children and his wife to accept what someone else called life. It was never his life. I honestly think that Harry clocked out of that life when he left for the military and just, grew into the man that he is today. But that's just another story for another day. But I will have that movie in the description box if you're interested in watching it, or if you know what I'm talking about, you can leave a comment. It's a really good movie, and I definitely thought about Harry and his situation with his awful family. Now, moving on to uplifting news, Prince Harry made the People's 2023 25 Most Intriguing People's list. The prince opened up like never before with his best-selling memoir, Spare, revealing what he called the good, the bad, and everything in between of life behind palace walls. Almost 4 years after breaking free from the crown and heading to California with Duchess Meghan, a move that was irreparably fractured the relationship with his father and brother, Harry is looking to the future. As he told People in January, "I feel I am exactly where I am meant to be and exactly where my family are meant to be." Good King Harry is one of 25's most intriguing people. That also includes Beyonce, Halle Bailey, and Coco Gauff. Now on to Meghan, who was recently seen out and about with the business that she was minding in Santa Barbara in a cute black top and leggings with a comfy pair of New Balance sneakers and sunglasses by Crew. Our princess's dignified silence is just another example of how classy a true royal is. And the Welfare Royal Committee is not happy about it. Oh well. And speaking of welfare royals, let's see what those entitled idiots are up to.
I can't believe that Harold and Meghan are remaining silent regarding all questionings on my grandson's skin color.
He's only doing this because we refused to back them during the leaks.
Your leaks, by the way.
I'm not the only leaker in this damn family.
You're the most persistent, and I don't think I've ever seen you this focused on your own projects.
I would say the same for you, but I don't see your Rottweiler sniffing like she usually does. Tampon, baby. I stand corrected. It was announced that Harry made the list of People's 25 Most Intriguing People's list. How does what? I am incandescent with rage.
Oh, hush up with that racket.
What are you doing here? How did you get past security? I walked in. What? Your mother-in-law can't walk into one of her daughter's many homes?
Her homes? These are my homes.
Not in 20 years or less.
Mother, I saw her outside, smiling in men's sneakers.
Who?
Meghan. I need to know the name of those leggings, hat and shades. And how does she wear her hair like that?
Look at her. That woman. With her tight and fit body. Without a care to the world. I hate that I'm attracted to her. I hate her for finding her first. I hate that
you're drooling over her.
I second this. Have some respect for your wife.
Why are you all in my office disturbing my peace?
You don't deserve any peace after the stunt you pulled.
What are you going on about this time?
Wanting Harold's children to spend Christmas with you? When you already have grandchildren? I thought we were having a very white Christmas.
I'm trying to prepare whatever reputation I have left. And these American brats are just what I need. Your Royal Highness, the Prince has a statement. Regarding the racist allegations, his court statement. Oh, pooh. Would you like my advice, Your Highness? No, but I'm sure you will say it anyway, so go on. Give the Prince the security if he's willing to fund it himself. Hell would never get security for as long as I live.
He won't get any from me or my son.
Father, did he mention me?
Oh, hello there, Louis.
It's George, Pa.
Will you promise to not give your Uncle Hell security?
But Uncle Harry has been nice to me.
It is your duty to leave.
You have just ignored me for like 7 months.
7 months? What are you going on about?
Why do you always give me attention when the camera's on?
What are you going on about when the cameras are on? Or the cameras are not on? All I ask for you is to not grant your Uncle Harry security.
But Pa, I can't believe you're this jealous.
Jealous? Where do you get this nonsense from?
But
Enough. Now go to your nanny.
And there you are, Georgie. Come. We have more British literature to study with. You didn't have to yell at Georgie.
Why don't you continue crying over what Meghan is wearing, or why I no longer fund your allowances? You can't talk to my daughter that way. I can talk to her any way I please, you fraud. Fraud? The only thing that's fraud in here is your lies on your popularity in the United States.
They haven't the slightest idea who you are.
I've heard quite enough. Now, all of you, out of my office, at once.
And that's all for this podcast. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for showing love from the last video that I premiered here. It was a music video for Harry and Meghan. I'm absolutely a romantic at heart, and I love so much that I really enjoy doing those videos for Harry and Meghan. Stay by my side. I love that song so much, and I love the artist. I love a lot of her songs. You should probably recognize her name if you notice. I don't know if you have or not, but yeah. So thank you for showing that video love, and if you haven't seen it, go ahead and if you already seen it, go ahead and watch it again. Harry and Meghan's love is so beautiful, and I really love it. Now, in the meantime, I hope that your weekend is filled with blue skies, sun shines with positive vibes. I'd like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Also, join a membership. I have the links inside the description box. My name is Deanna, and you are watching Thriving with the Sis. Talk to you soon.